Hello, everyone. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com with your morning market outlook for Thursday, August 20th, 2026. In the pre-market this morning, stock index futures are below fair value. Now, the Dow is leading the markets lower this morning, and that is probably on the back of Walmart, which is trading lower on Thursday morning. Now, commodities are mixed. Gold down slightly, while crude oil is up over $2 in the pre-market this morning. That could certainly help the energy sector. We've got U.S. jobless claims coming out at 8:30. Of course, that number could certainly help change the direction of the market. Now, Walmart's coming into today on a buy signal. It's been treading water for a while now, but it is trading down 6 to 8% in the pre-market. And if we end at those levels, we'll certainly have a daily sell signal at the end of the day. Now, the big story yesterday was Moderna up over 176% on the day. So congratulations to anyone who was long Moderna. The U.S. hit a milestone yesterday. It topped $40 trillion in debt. And then we saw the Treasury Department come into the market and buy back bonds. The world is trying to sell U.S. debt at the moment. And so there's the U.S. Treasury coming in, trying to prop up the bond market. You can see the 30-year bond is back on a buy signal. Bond yields back on a sell signal. Don't know how long that can last, but there's a big gap higher for the TLT. So lots of movement in the bond market on Wednesday. Again, I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but it is what it is at the moment. Now, the president had the Bitcoin bros in the White House yesterday, and so we saw pop in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and anything crypto related moved sharply higher on Wednesday. Looking at the world of currencies, with the U.S. government entering the bond market, we saw the U.S. dollar continue to sell off sharply on Wednesday. Nice big pop in the euro and the Canadian dollar, and we saw the Japanese yen come back. It slumped off last week, but came back yesterday. Not enough to give us a new buy signal in the Japanese yen, but certainly enough to stop it from going down at the moment. Looking at the VIX, or the fear index, we saw the VIX for the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Russell all move lower on Wednesday. So we're still on daily sell signals for the VIX. Now, what worked yesterday, it was a very short list, but it was the silver miners were the big winners, followed by gold miners. They came up second on the day. Looking at the world of energy, crude oil moved slightly higher yesterday. Gasoline had a small pullback. Natural gas also had a small pullback. Natural gas, this is the time and place where we should look to see natural gas move higher. Unfortunately, the pros are not interested in taking control at the moment. So really no interest in moving natural gas higher right now. And if it does move higher, we expect it to get stuck in the flypaper channel once again. If the pros want to take control, I'd go for the ride, but there's no reason to get excited about natural gas at this time. Now, the Canadian energy sector pulled back slightly, 16 cents on the ETF. We're trying to get to 29.69, but if you look to the left, you'll see the May highs. We're having trouble breaking out above those at the moment. With crude oil up over $2 this morning, maybe we can do it on Thursday. Looking at the U.S. market, the ETF was just down 10 cents yesterday. Trying to break through 64.06. If we can do that, then 65.63 is our next target to the upside. Looking at the Canadian market, we've got the TSX 60 back on a short-term sell signal. And the reason for that was the banking sector pulled back nicely yesterday. So there's the TSX 60 back on a sell signal. There's the banking sector dropping sharply yesterday. We tried to break out above the recent July high. Couldn't do it, so put in a double top. And now we're breaking down below 75. Not a good sign. Now, yesterday, all the major banks gave sell signals, joining the National Bank already on a sell signal. Now, we had similar moves in the U.S. market. We know the TLT is back on a buy signal. The NASDAQ 100 is back on a sell signal. Financials are back on a sell signal, and that's because of the drop in bank stocks. So there's the NASDAQ 100 back on a sell signal. We've got financials, but it's more obvious that the U.S. banking sector dropped yesterday. There's two of those bank stocks in the Dow 30. We've got Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan both back on a sell signal as of Wednesday's close. Let's finish off with a quick look at the tech giants. We've got Apple back on a buy signal on both sides of the border. At the same time, Nvidia is back on a sell signal on both sides of the border. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. Jobless claims come out at 8:30. They could certainly help change the direction of the market. Otherwise, looking for a small pullback at the open on Thursday morning. Have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Friday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theyuptrend.com.